Good evening, all my friends in China. 晚上好，祖国的朋友们。Good afternoon, Mr. No and friends in Middle East. Good afternoon, Pascal, Morgan, and friends in Europe. Good morning, Gary, Guillermo, and friends in America. Good day, my friends, anywhere in the world. Thank you to join our spring product launch. Once we decide to live streaming RGBlink 2021 Spring Product Launch event on April 4th today, some friends ask me, Ben, are you joking? Is April Fool? The answer is absolutely no. I'm not joking, as he says. Stay hungry, stay foolish. And it was what RGBlink was for during these 12 years. Especially when we face the challenge of 2020, when RGBlink was suffering, RGBlink was struggling, RGBlink was growing. Faced with the challenge, holding the opportunity, make a change, there is a lot of choice. but keep focusing on the market to drive video content to the displays. Meet with the customer, demanding, deliver in time. That's really all about the story of RGBlink 2020. Empower the story can be shared as 2 product launch events on 2020 here. RGBlink had an internal product launch on April 4th, 2020, 1 year before, which we call it medicine in Chinese, 是药化不会, and is vaccine in English, shows how RGBlink strong desire to come back from the suffering. RGBlink has shared edition version of Spark 2020 online on July 24th, 2020. And this picture may be familiar to most of the friends who already joined with us last year. And Spark 2020 is the second struggling milestone for RGBlink last year. And with thanks to these 2 events, we can connect to today's beyond 2021. Some friends may ask, why was the product launch events divided into domestic and international 2 parts for this year? Most of friends know RGBlink focus mainly on the international market only. But after know-how during 2020, and in order to catch up with China's dual circulation economy, RGBlink decides to release different production lines to meet the requirement for these 2 markets: internal circulation and external circulation. It doesn't signal that RGBlink will reduce the role of international business and strengthen its domestic business only. As you will see today, RGBlink will grow the international business as what he is focused. And today, with beyond connection development, it will stay that. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you for your connection from anywhere. Let's start streaming to everywhere today, together, now. And now I will welcome the 4th speaker for today, Miss AK. AK, please.
Thanks, Ben's connection. Hi, everyone. This is Eka here. It's my great honor to have this opportunity to talk with all of you today. As we all know, it was a very challenging year for 2020. Coronavirus swept the world and all walks of life almost stopped the operation that crushed world's economy heavily. But no matter how long the winter, spring is sure to follow. So the pandemic has not stopped the Black people from loving their lives. All the people are still looking for ways to communicate with each other. So we can often see people standing on their balconies and chatting with their neighbors. But more and more people are willing to communicate via long distance and show themselves. In the meantime, In the meantime, online interaction has become a platform for everyone, such as cooking shows, music, live, esports, remote meetings, online education, and so on. And under this situation, live streaming had begun to grow explosive in 2020. As shown in this slide, live streaming requires a variety of equipment. Someone may only need one mobile phone, but for the advanced live streaming, they need a camera, streaming device, lighting, microphone, and so on. And even when it comes to a multiple cameras, it also needs to have a switcher to switch a signal. These devices are the mainly live streaming switches in the market before pandemic. RGBlink launched a mini series since last July 21st, including Mini and Mini Plus. According to the market report, the demand for advanced live streaming reaches nearly 1 million units in 2020. The current market attention of RGBlink Mini series is about 50,000 units, which accounts for about 5%. And this will be our main field. We will focus on 7 vertical markets, which for vertical studios, live streaming, game live, Kickstarters, business presentation, online education and training, and content collection. So you can find the RGBlink mini series can go into deeply in many fields. As it was high demanding after launching, let's check out the advantages of RGBlink mini series. First of all, the most important feature is the 2-inch TFT 4-color screen, which can preview 4 HDMI inputs in real time. This is a large breakthrough. All such products in the market at present do not have a built-in monitor like this. And with this screen, you can visualize the signals, reduce the live streaming incidence to be 0. And not to mention, you have already saved the cost of external monitors unconsciously at the same time. At present, most of such products are operated by button, but Mini series has a T-bar. It's different to the button control, and only T-bar can fully support the manually switching speed between signals or presets, and follow with the operator's feelings. And you can also see the design of the signal button are quite large. And now maybe someone will ask me how exactly large it is. And I would say even the giant fingers can easily push the right source button and no need to look down to check all the time. Besides, Mini has a very unique feature, and we can say it is a real PIP switcher. It could realize seamless switching between 2 PIP banks. Mini has a superior color saturation, and it is YUV444 4 color. No whitening, no exposure, no contrast. All the details are revealed in this comparison. You can see the left one shows more details. Let's go to the next slide. And even if the streaming output is in H.265 but not H.264, 265 is just half the bitrate of 264, which means when you use the same limited internet bandwidth, 265 streaming in 2 times resolution than H.264, and it makes the recording video quality more acceptable. And it's good for live edition and streaming, and which of 264 is not acceptable. Let's check out this image. 265 is with more pixel, best image detail, and better color uniform. Of course, these features and functions mentioned above are already known by us before. And next, let me share the new updates to you. Now for the number one, we updated the XPOSE Mini app. We could quickly control Mini by a mobile device. For example, when it is on online conference and we need to switch the signals between multiple PCs or cameras. But now with controlling the mobile phone app, there's no need to put Mini on the desk. Let's take a look at this application. We make the inputs with one camera and 3 PCs. In this way, we can simply use the app control to realize quick switch. Now let's go on to release number 2 feature. It is a virtual studio or green background studio. In fact, just like today's presentation, we built a virtual studio here. And actually now there has a green background behind me. What you see now is using chroma key function of Mini Plus. You can really feel the image matching effect of Mini Plus. It is amazing, right? Here's the chroma key application which use the virtual studio. We realize the color effect with combining the camera signal and the computer. And in this way, we can quickly switch the background signal through the button to get more applications. Now we're comparing the chroma key function with other brands. Mini Plus is very simple to operate and realize the effect just with a single switch and a little tweaks. And you don't need to waste time on picking up the right color from the background and try so many times to try the best chroma key effect. Moreover, the parameter is set in real time so that it can be used directly next time. But don't just take our words for it. You need to see it and you need to believe it. So now let me show you an excellent video. You can see my beautiful colleague with a different background, which is RGBlink mini chroma key function now. And you can realize anywhere you like, such as a face-to-face interview, an interesting presentation, and like a remote training, or even online shop, and so on. Or maybe you can also use a video here to show the products as you want. And even you can play with the dinosaur by Mini Plus. It is very funny. And with chroma key and it is very easy operation, you could get more powerful results and add more dimensions to your streaming, enhance your webcast, and to make your live streams richer and more exciting. Now let's go to the number 3 feature. Many vloggers love this one very much. As far as we know, vlogger has studio with 1 or 2 persons, and they need to be an anchor or control the device at the same time. So it will be a very tricky challenge for them. Especially when alone, you have to be model and camera controller, which is really inconvenient. So if we can adjust the camera with the position, zoom, and focus, and realize multiple camera applications, and it will be more convenient and interesting. Therefore, RGBlink Mini Plus is compatible with most of the popular PTZ cameras in the market, and we are ready for your listed PTZ camera so as to save the external PTZ camera cost. So until now, have you realized how much cost RGBlink has saved for you? Now let's check out the video about PTZ control. Firstly, we prepare a connection. We use the LED cable to enter into the internet. And here we choose the camera, which will be set first. Then we will use the knob to check the IP address. And we enable the camera, which we choose. So now you can see the menu is very easy to operate. And now we enter control feature and press the knob to switch. Now you can use the knob to control the PTZ camera as what you like turn up, turn down, turn right, turn left, any way you like. And so you will even fail with the control operation. The things will get more interesting. Also, we could use MiniPlus to control 4 PTZ at the same time. One more thing, and it's the big news as number 4 updated feature today. And we are excited to inform you now, you can realize live streaming with mobile streaming software, and we call it minitok. Minitok has the favorite feature of everyone. It even has the brilliant filter feature to get more rich experience. I think it's a very big surprise for all of the vloggers, right? In addition to the above features we launched, mini-series also updated with the bug fix and some small things, and the release notes will come with the new firmware package for your check and follow-up. Now, let me review again what are the updated features today. Number 1, XPOSE Mini app. Number 2, chroma key function. Number 3, PTZ control. And last one, the blockbuster is the mobile streaming. So with today's more than MiniPlus feature release, we can go further more into deeply the 7 vertical market to save the customers' cost. And RGBlink believe that mini-series can light up people's life again. So let's keep our heads up high and spread the message of hope. Okay, that's all of my today's presentation. Thank you. And now let's invite Simon to launch the next new product.
Hi, everyone. I am Simon. Thank you, AK, for introducing the new features of MiniPlus. As we know, the meeting efficiency is very important at work, but there are still many limitations when you want to present the content from laptop, mobile device, or computer. And the pandemic experience speeds up and drives the collaboration as a key to break the lockdown. The wireless collaboration become the top demanding to meeting package, which cannot wait to be sooner or later. And here, I am so excited to present you a brand new product, Asca Nano. As a new member of our series production line, Asca Nano is an incredible wireless collaboration system with a simple, compact UI design, and will definitely bring you a very different experience. Without further ado, let's get started with an overview of Asca Nano. This is RGBlink Asca Nano. Before we go further, you may wonder how we design Asca Nano. It is simple. The world's smallest wireless collaboration toolset. What does it mean? Let's put the Asca Nano on a ruler and make a comparison. And it was 8.8 centimeters. As you can see, the product is even smaller than the Aerogum, sneakers, and USB disk. With this compact design, Asca Nano is very easy to carry. But what are the size of our product in the market, and how does they look like? Let's take a look at current mainstream wireless collaboration product in the market. They are in a different size, but all bigger than Asca Nano. So why do we make such a small wireless device? In fact, in addition to being convenient to carry on for people, the main purpose is to tailor challenge down in the meeting application. The reason one, as a wireless collaboration tool set, the priority is to decrease the cables as more as possible. Otherwise, the cables will leave as a mess and make the next application and maintain costs higher, just like this conference room. Reason two, Asca Nano is ready to install even there's no pre-planned installation. Take an example. There's a projector to be installed in a room, but it is impossible to install the cable because the decoration is done. With Asca Nano, the challenge is take down very easy. Even the installation room is limited, Asca Nano, just like plugging a USB flash driver into the projector's HDMI port, which is very friendly for people. Or such as the wall-mounted display and whiteboard in a conference room, which left no much space behind, but most of the interface is at the back. If you use a large wireless collaboration, it will require additional cables hanging outside. But if you use the Asca Nano, you just need to plug directly in the back. Reason three, we are also very proud that both our transmitter and the receiver are using an HDMI interface, which is different from the traditional USB interface. Here is a comparison video for you to see and believe in. On the right is HDMI port for the Asca Nano with high fluency and low latency. On the left is another product with USB interface. As you can see, this is obvious latency. And what about if computer does not have an HDMI port like Apple Mac? It doesn't matter. We have taken into consideration a Type-C adapter is also equipped as standard accessories with Asca Nano. Besides, we also prepare all the accessory which support you to decide whether you use Asca Nano as a front-end signal source or as a back-end display. Just as two female HDMI interface adapter people can use to extending HDMI cables in need as an interconnector. Reason four, most of our collaboration tools will require to install driver use app, makes the application a gap to the people. Asca Nano is designed to remove this gap. Asca Nano just plug and play. No driver, no app. Asca Nano is ready to be used with any OS device and HDMI standard device, even for security project. As there is no driver and app, we will not make the data leaking happen. As Asca Nano has surely advantage to the others. So what is the vertical market for Asca Nano can be used? The first one is the business presentation. Maybe use 2 to 5 people in a small conference meeting. The second one is the education training for school or institution. The last one is a live streaming or BYOD, which means bring your own device. In business presentation, Asca Nano is mainly used in small meeting with 2 to 5 people. With Asca Nano, you are able to simply share the content from the laptop, mobile phone, and tablet on a projector or large screen wirelessly. No apps required, no setup, no messy cables, just touch and share and keep your office from the messy cables. As in a meeting, the most used equipment is the computer, and Asca Nano can be sold as one of accessories. The sales channel data for computer sales volume. In 2024, sales volume is more than 200 million pieces. Sales had to reach 270 million this year. It's quite a potential for Asca Nano. The monitor and projector integrate with. In educational application, Asca Nano can also play an important role in employment. Asca Nano can also use the tablet and whiteboard as a story. For sure. Well, to realize this idea, I would like to give you a little taste. Clear monitoring and control is better at remote manageability. Second, who needs different screens easily? In the meanwhile, saving the space for the classroom as the console being kept in another room for IT to maintain. All that student needs are screens with keyboard and a mouse connected to purpose. And stations at traffic controls the digital thief. Well, after the introduction of the entire KVM system application, as well as the specific importance of the entire system in different scenarios, we can say that once the KVM system integrates into your company, it improves the experience and the workflow. Decision-making results in smoother operation and faster issue resolution when your decision can be decided at any time. Now to the subject, why use such a system? Well, the answer is obvious and clear after the introduction of various advantages. KVM system make the video and the control data source transformed into IP signal goes to the cloud, and the IP data will be caught and transferred back into the video and the control data for operator, and the data sharing displays. Only the authorized user can get access to the content from anywhere to everywhere. Now, before I show you how to build the KVM system, let's find out the hardware and the software that's supporting the KVM system, which are IC2 and our powerful XPOSE. To the UI design, IC2 has a light indicator on the front panel for power, operation, and signal connection status display. At the back, it has HDMI interfaces for embedded audio or individual interfaces for the external audio. And the IC2 has a switcher to switch between transmitter TX or the receiver RX to realize the multiple uses in one machine. So we won't have concern about buying which IC2, and it will be more easy to build the KVM system. Like the other RGBlink products, RGBlink products matrix managed system, XPOSE, supports the IC2. Administrator use a PC network cable to connect between IC2 and XPOSE. XPOSE will improve the details for administrator to complete the setting. As we can see, according to the survey, the KVM host computer software on the market mostly are combination of multiple software, such as node scanning configuration software, interface design signal distribution software, and the client software. Well, as for our IC2 XPOSE, it integrates the design, configuration, and the monitoring management, and the operation, which is very convenient for the administrator. Supports the custom distribution of video source and the other features like EDID and HD review streaming to ensure that the content is published or pushed in real time is accurate, making the data to be accessible freely in any time, anywhere. So in this case, I will show you how does IC2 hardware and XPOSE software to build the whole KVM system. As we can see, we have nearly 100 IP cameras in below with 4 computers connected to the IC2, transmit the signal into IP signal to the data switcher. The computer or the phone marked red as the administrator will use the XPOSE software to operate and manage the KVM system. With the powerful XPOSE, it will automatically list out the connected devices, and you can change the basic settings such as rename the signal. Administrator can combine a number of signal sources as packages for stations to access or preset according to the template in advance. Also, the XPOSE key function will be the station authority management and HD review streaming. Administrator be able to decide who can access the content and how to operate it, and preview the content first before publish to any stations. So the IC2 receiver will collect the IP signal and decode it into HDMI and other output format to the station at the bottom right. They'll be able to operate the content given by the administrator and control the computer and manage the source of IP cameras to the LED wall or terminal display remotely. Now turn to the station. They can realize this important 3P function of the KVM system through the management interface of IC2. In LED wall management station can publish authorized content to the LED video wall or port the content to their monitor to review. At the same time, they can adjust and scale the content on a LED display, managing the function like setting the substitutes, preset scenes. On the other side, station manage interface allows the station to push content between each other or accept the content push request. Combine the IC2 and XPOSE. They can make KVM from anywhere to everywhere. Okay, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to follow our official channel on Facebook, LinkedIn, and our web page. Next, my colleague Sophina will fully elaborate the XPOSE ERP for you. Thanks again.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Sienna. Welcome to RGBlink new product launch event. Before knowing our new product, let's review some background. Well, as you may know, the software XPOSE, it is the world broadcast control software with drawing tools, and it's compatible with most RGBlink production line. There are 5 modules in: topology, device manager, display manager, layer manager, and present manager. Well, this probably sounds a little bit rusty to understand. Well, let's know a little bit more. We take a construction project as an example. The first module of topology is just like a project guiding or layout plan. It will take out the beautiful effects with which we expect, just like we saw the modules in the sales office. When the concepts of the entire buildings are all made, the next step is our project management. Well, it's equal to the framework of the building. After we have all these devices set up, we will move on to the next step to implement project, deploying the devices in your plan, which is like building it with bricks, concrete, and do decorating. And the last step, we do checking work to make sure all this plan can do perfectly complete. Well, this is the basic logic to use XPOSE. Now, today I'm going to talk about the portal module of XPOSE topology diagram. Well, we can see that when you get to use the XPOSE, you also have this diagramming function as well. You don't need to spend extra money to use it. This topology diagram links with RGB ERP system is synced with all devices' data, which can export a quotation list directly. So, with this diagramming, price checking, and the sync data, it totally reduces our communication cost. Furthermore, it has fully RGBlink production line information. You can find any resource you need and then do self-learning very easily. Well, this just shows the percentage of 2021 RGBlink each series production line, while the capacity to use XPOSE is nearly 90%. Well, to summarize the value of the product, first of all, as a matter of RGBlink production line, it can synchronize data with our other RGBlink software and hardware, and also with the portal of XPOSE software ecosystem. It will open the door to compatible with third-party device in the future. It has shortened the distance between the product and the users by its visual UI design and easily uses. Okay, without further ado, let's get to the insight of the keywords. The first one, diagram instantly. Well, speaking of diagramming, we found that our group struggle to sketch diagram of their software. They get lost in the specific of diagramming techniques. In choosing from many available tools, I understand their pain, as there are many standards of diagrams and the many often up-to-use tools for drawing with. Well, it is not very motivating to have a sea of choices, or none of them which looks particularly appealing. Now, with this topology diagram, can be used in engineering project and design management easily. Archive, share, and it covers any step of your project management, or like pre-sale to after-sale, and any diagram you need to present to your customers. Which means you don't need to be bothered by wasting your time and looking for any picture materials, or you don't need to know any professional knowledge of diagramming. The only thing you need to know is just open the topology, and you need to pick up the devices from the input side and as well as the output side. This diagram will communicate a very single part of this project very clearly. Well, how this happened? Let's just think about the process. Okay, we get inquiry from our customers for a project-based application. But what's next? Our salesmen need to do price checking and quotation, right? What they used to do is drawing in lots of charts and data, which they can easily find it by topology now. And also use this topology to set up solutions and then make quotation down. So simple, isn't it? Well, during this process, they may confused by similar products and spend a lot of time on checking ERP system back and forth and topology. This makes price checking of any RGBlink so simple. We could totally get rid of complex charts and forms, and but you know what? All this based on our data sync with RGBlink ERP system. Okay, as we mentioned it also can export a specific quotation list directly for your project plan. But this is only open to the people who have advanced authority. So, present instantly. Based on that, it is easy way to do RGBlink product training to your groups and do presentation to your business partners, and also a good tool used by self-learning. Yeah, you don't need to do PowerPoint and annoyed by drawing and looking for materials from product. But sure, now you can totally free your shoulders with burden of bringing devices on the go. Right, okay. Now you just open XPOSE, see the topology diagram, easily demonstrate the application of various products while display a product config information for your clients. It perfectly display our most series of products, inputs, and outputs. You can just pick any device you need to complete your project in one stop. Well, so this is the new module function that I brought to you today. But for the future, we do have a lot to go. Let us just give some expectation for that. Here, I need to give you a head up. Well, please contact your sales manager to know the specific achievable functions of this XPOSE and topology diagram. Well, this link of download XPOSE Topology beta version will be available in the social media of the launch events. Please like and follow RGBlink social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, WeChat, and so on. Well, thank you for your time. And let's welcome back Mr. Ben.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sienna. Before I come to close today's product launch, we have some time. You can prepare some of the questions, and I will be here to answer your questions. I already have some question on this mobile. You are welcome to put on some more questions. I would like to thank you, Ms. AK, to share with us the news, the updates from the Mini Plus. That made me so surprised is the app for the minitok ready to be used and beaming directly and pair together with the Mini Plus. And this is really a good solution and really close to meet the desire for some of our customers. They do really looking for this solution very much. And it's really a very good way you can use your phone you already had. And just with the Mini or Mini Plus, you can stream in now. And I would like to thank you, Mr. Simon. He bring to us about the Asca Nano. This is really the most smallest wireless collaboration tool set in the world. It's really very hard to imagine how difficult and how many effects we put to make all this happen. Some of our friends and partners already test these products in last quarter. And your comments and your requirement make these products now is ready to deliver and make these products is really good for the application. And I'm here to thank you, Mr. Joy. As a fresh band, just joined RGBlink. For sure, she is a little nervous, but he made this presentation happen very well. And it's really challenging for him because he bring to us a new production line, KVM KVM IC2, the new production line, is really RGBlink dream. And today we made this happen. It makes RGBlink solution to me very well from the content to the display, to drive the content from anywhere and to show to everywhere. This makes the story and the solution of RGBlink much wider. And we believe this will extending RGBlink solution to meet the coming requirement of the big data management. And I would like to thank you, Ms. Sienna. She brings to us the new module of the XPOSE. The new module of the topology diagram can really help us to make the XPOSE to management RGBlink production line much better. As I'm an engineer and I'm working for the sales development channels support in last almost 12 years. A lot of experience and a lot of nightmare also. It happens to ask me to support my friends in the world. Anytime they require for the support, I do really need to ask them, please help me to take a picture. Even you just do a hand drawing to share with me how is the connections, to share with me what's the inputs, to share with me what's the outputs. And with the diagram design, we have the same platform so we can share with each other very easy. And as for the sales, after we made a design or a solution, it takes really quite a long time for us to prepare the quotation. And just like Sienna just shared with us, as connection with the ERP system, this kind of quotation can be released in 1 minute. I think maybe the question are delivered. And now I will start to answer the questions. The first question is by Lucas. His question is about Asca Nano. Question 1, how the unit will be powered? Asca Nano is the standard HDMI interface tools. For most of the HDMI standard device, including the Windows-based laptop, Windows-based PC, the HDMI player, you can power on the Asca Nano directly with the HDMI interface. But for some of the laptop, for example, like Macintosh, you need to use the standard accessory USB cables to do this power on. And for the Asca Nano receiver, you always need to use the USB cable to do the to make the power. Mr. Lucas' second question is about how what is the distance between the Asca Nano transmitter and receiver. The distance between the Asca Nano transmitter and receiver Once is the open room. The distance is up to 40 meters. And if there is a wall in the between, for example, the distance can promise to support more than 15 meters. Compared with the standard HDMI device, the standard HDMI cable can support up to 15 meters only. That makes the Asca Nano stand out from the HDMI standard products and do the wireless connection much better. The number 3 question from Mr. Lucas: how many transmitter can be connected with the receiver? We recommend up to 12 transmitter to working with the receiver at the same time. In theory, it can be more. Number 4 question: is it possible to make multiple windows using the multiple transmitter and with one receiver? Sorry, this is cannot support by Asca Nano. But if you use the Asca Pro, the Asca Pro can support 2x2 quarter windows with one receiver. The last question from Mr. Lucas: what is the resolution Asca Nano can support? Asca Nano support the full HD resolution, and the color space is YV4. That means the layer is compressed. Is there any other questions? Thank you, Mr. Lucas, your questions. Okay, and we will close today's Beyond product launch. We are looking for the connection, beyond the connection, and we are looking your join to streaming now. And we will leave an investigate document by the June connections. Please help us to input your comments and input your suggestions. Thank you so much. See you in the summer.